Okie doke. Excuse me. I guess I did like 2 hours of stuff yesterday, but only half an hour was the programming. The rest was other stuff on the other channel for another thing. But, fuck. It's time to get back into it. I only did half an hour of programming because I got extremely tired at like 8. And then I went in my room, turned my light off, and then played guitar in the dark till I fell asleep, and then I fell asleep at probably like 8:40ish. So I just couldn't think anymore. All I could do was vibe out a little bit. That was it. I just was so tired. I don't know if it was from moving or excuse me, old age, being 25 or what. But sometimes I just have to go to bed at like 8 and then just boom, instead of normally 11ish. Cool, done. Okay. So yesterday we were dealing with C-style arrays, and we were doing multi-dimensional ones. So we could use a standard array, one of our nice pre-built classes. Why is this still on? One of our pre-built classes from the standard library, and we could have a standard array of standard arrays so that each element of the array has its own pieces of memory. Or we could have a C-style array where instead, and they're initialized differently too. When we have a standard array of standard arrays, we need to use double braces basically so we can either say, here's a standard array, initialize it, here's a standard array, initialize it, here's a standard array, initialize it within a standard array of standard arrays. Or we can omit the standard array repetition part by putting the whole value that's being initialized, the list of lists, basically, the array of arrays, the standard array of standard arrays, into its extra set of braces. So there's this double set of braces instead of only being one. There are two for that. Or we could have a C-style array where we put in, I think is it rows then columns or columns then rows? I guess it's rows first, right? I think it's in brackets, or no, right? Because isn't it, I think it's column, fuck, man. I don't remember. We'll say rows, columns, sure. So it's rows and then columns. And the point here is that memory is still laid out contiguously, sequentially. So pop, 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 but really it's one line, pop, 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 of memory. So what we do is we create like an integer x and then give it braces, and we don't need to put what's in there because we're initializing it. If we wanted to create a bunch of empty ones without putting in 25 fucking zeros in there, or 25 empty quotes for an array of standard strings, maybe, or an array of whatever, anything, characters or something, what we could do is just specify the number, and then it will just zero initialize or value initialize all of those separate elements. But in our case, we could go ahead and give some values in there, and we put one set of braces, just like we're initializing a regular integer, one set of braces, and then we put in the values, bop, 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 and then ideally put a comma at the end, and then bop, 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 bop for the next element, bop, 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 bop. So it's row, row, row. For example, I really want to figure out a way to get this fan going faster because it's just too hot, and I don't want to, like, I have another fan that's in my bedroom, and I could just move that in here, maybe, because this fan is just slow. Like, I shouldn't be able to, like, I don't even want to be able to see what's going on with the fan. Like, I can count them. I can see, well, I can't because it's so damn bright, but like, I can, pretty sure I'm following the same panel, wing, something like that, petal of the flower. So I'm gonna see if I can make this thing louder. Nope. 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 Oh. I think it's the same. I'm gonna go to my room really quick, pull out my fan, and then bring it in here because it's just too hot, and I don't want to fuck up my AC because the apartment's bigger. It's cheaper, but it's bigger, and I don't want to spend extra on electricity. So I'll be right back. this thing too. Do here ish. Same setup as back at my old place. Yeah. Is there nice, perfect spot for a freaking cord. Let's go. Sick. Should be good now. Nice. Okay. Cool it down. It's too hot. All right. So, an array of arrays. And I think, what was the next? These are C-style, and the next we're gonna see standard array. And I've already went through that. I just had to go back through C-style because I couldn't remember what was going on, because the night that I was learning about C-style arrays, I was using music to keep myself awake because I was extremely tired. And sure, that kept me awake, but the retention that I got was terrible. I wasn't remembering what was going on. What was the main thing? It was, oh yeah, it was that we could index a column to get the size of the row, which is interesting. It's like we have a row, and I can index an element in the row to get the size of the column, which is crazy. It just seems, I mean, it's cool. Like, I'm picturing a grid in my mind, and I'm picturing 3 numbers horizontally and then like 5 numbers vertically. So it's a 3 by 5, 15 elements, right? And I could say I could index the array at 0, or I could index the rows. Well, let's see. Actually, how does that even look? Hold on, because it's a 2D array. So if we have the array, let me say 4 integer I. Is that how that works? It's like it's treating, I guess it is, huh? So if we had a 3D C-style array, and I said 4 integer I, and I use standard size of that array with 1 index there. So I'm specifying not a full point of the array, because the array is an array of arrays of arrays. So it's 3 dimensions. So there's a point here, there's a point here and here, and there's also a point here, here, and here. So if I get the size from the first point, there are 2 points left, and it will tell me the size of that array, like how many 2D points there are. This is weird. It's kind of beyond my understanding. It's like a pseudo understanding or something. I don't know how to pass C-style arrays to functions. Or rather, I don't know how to pass multidimensional ones to functions, so I'll just do it in the main function, because then we don't have to pass it anywhere. Been needing a lot of deep breaths recently. Let's just do, yeah, sure, whatever, right? We'll do a 2D array of integers, and we'll just call it x. Sure, and it has some size. You can omit the first one, but you can't for the second one. And, excuse me, I'll initialize it with, what if we just did 1 for now? Okay, cool. It doesn't care. So we'll do, we don't know how many rows, but we know that there are 5 columns. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to say, sure, we'll just go in order. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And boom. So we have a 2D array here real quick. Let's get our commenting going. 2D C-style array. And then we're going to print 2D C-style, or we can say C-style array. Okay. And then So we'll just do for int I, and while I is less than, we need algorithm. We need a header file called algorithm that's in the standard library, because that will give us standard size, which will let us get the size of an array, the length. So we're going to say while I is less than, so from 0 to however, whatever the size of the rows. Well, how does this work, huh? Is that how this works? Is it standard size X? Really? And this will return the row, the size of the rows. But then if we index the row, it will tell us how many values there are in the column. Because this value, like x0 owns this column. x1 owns this column, 2, 3, 4. X owns these rows, or X owns these rows, whereas each X of 0 owns this column, which is interesting. So while we're less than the size, we're going to increment I, and we have a nested for loop here. So what this guy is doing here, and I'm debating, I still don't know which style I like. Comment here or here. Always there? It always adds an extra line though. But maybe readability is better instead of having to look everywhere. I don't know. I'm going to experiment with here. So we'll do for each row in the grid. And honestly, this name sucks. I'm just going to bring it back to grid. Grid. And for int, we'll just say j, or rather we could say for each row and for each column, and while the row is less than how many rows there are, which is returned by standard size of the grid, which returns the rows, or yeah, the rows. If I index this first, it will tell me how many of these are. There are. And if there's another here, I could index this and it would tell me how many values there are there. So we get 4. So if you index this guy, you get this value. If you index these guys, you get this value. And if you index him, you get this value. So, so we have column is 0, and while column is less than standard size of grid, I think we just say 0 because, and then increment column. Let me just make sure. Okay, so far so good. We just put in 0 because we don't care what number. Let's just do the first index. So we're just gonna do grid 0, or we could say for each column in the grid. Oops, and we'll say grid 0, or standard size of grid 0 gets length, or gets size of a row's column, or a row values column, or rather row 0's column, or gets row 0's column length, something like that. And then we could say, and what happens if does this need to be right after? That's cool. I can have a space here. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll leave it like that. And then in the for loop here, I'm hoping that this still connects. I mean, it seems like it is right here. And then, oh, I love IDEs, how the spacing is good. For each column in a row, or it's rather for each column value in this row, it's like almost each column element in this row. Then we'll just print print the grid for the row and for the column. And then add a little spacing. Add spacing after the value. Oops. And then we could do this too. And then we could say, or we could put it here. I guess not. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll do that. And then space out rows. Okay. Bop. There should be. Understanding is good. So it is row, column. And the reason that's weird is because it seems fine. It seems fine like this is X and Y to me, honestly. It seems like this is X and X, Y, because Y is how tall. Oh no, that's not true. Because these are columns. So wait, yes, that's fine, yeah. Because it's, oh, it is Y actually. Never mind. Forget that, like, oh, so it is. It's actually, this is column. No. This is how many values are in a row. But rows is first. So the number of these. So it is. This is verticality, how tall it is. This is Y. And this is how horizontally long it is. This is X. And I think that's it. Yeah, it's fine. Works for me. Okay. Let's continue at a two-dimensional array example. We could also initialize it with specific numbers there and then use those in the comparison. For example, we could say, you could do it either way, honestly. You could basically say, hey, there's a value here, there's a value here. Guess what? These are the columns. We're going to put this as the size of the columns. This is, excuse me, as the size of a column. Oh, this is how many rows. We're going to use this as how many rows there are. Boom, the size of the rows. Boom. Cool, nothing special here. Size T. Doesn't matter if it's a size T or not. While we're less than that, sure, we could static cast. Why are we static casting here? What's the goal here? Oh, print the product. So we're static casting to an int to be row times column, and we have to do the static cast because we're not using ints. So what if I did that and created a multiplication table, huh? And we said, wait, why is he? I was just doing it nested. Oh, so he's printing. Hold on. They're saying for each row, so for 10 long, for 10 wide, print the product. So the point is, I think these aren't nested. These are two separate things, right? I'm saying print 9 here and 9 here. Oh, he's initializing the table and then printing it. Fucking duh. Well, do we want it? Do we want to specify the size? I guess we would, right? Yeah, sure, that probably makes the most sense. So we don't actually need this then? Okay, we'll say whatever, 15. Might be too big. Constant expression int table columns, 15. And then we'll say 4 int I is less, or I is 0, or sorry, start at 1 because we don't care about initialize the table. Start at 1 because number times 0 equals 0. All I is less than table rows. Increment I. And this shouldn't be that. This should be row. 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 Int column. Start at 1 again. While column is less than table columns. Column. Start at 1. Start at 1 again for same reason. And then I don't think this is needed. What do we need here? Or I guess we'll start here and then I'll remove them if I need. We're going to initialize the value. So we're going to initialize each element. So we're going to say at first, print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 whatever. And then we're going to print the next one. And these values at first are something, so it's column times row. So it's 1 times 1. And then 1 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, right? But then we get the next one. The next is 2 times 1. So it's 1 and 2. Then the next is 2 times 2. And that's 4, 6, and then 2 times, hold on, right? 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4. And it keeps on going. But then it's 3 times 1, 3. So yeah, it seems like it is totally a times table. And the top is 1 times 1 because we're on row 1. Right? If we're on row 1, there is no row 0. Then all these numbers are times 1. But each time we're at each time we start the next row, the first value is being multiplied by whatever the next one is. So it would be row 1 times, well, it would be 1 times 1. But the next one is 2 times 1, 3 times 1, 4 times 1. So we're getting 1 through 15 and then 1 through 15. Okay, and then we'll just say we're gonna initialize this to be table, or oh, we don't even have a fucking table yet. There it is. And we'll say int multiplication table, or we'll say mult table. And it's an array of table rows by table columns. How wide the thing is, or how tall the thing is by how wide it is. Because it's how many columns, not how tall the columns are. And we'll just leave it nothing. Or rather, this will 0 initialize it because we're specifying how many we want. And then I believe, hold. What if we did that? That'll zero initialize it. Cool. Hold. And then we'll say mult table of the row and the column is row times column. How does this work? What if I do this? Or, well, this is fine. And then we'll say, I like calling things to the right to be explainable, and ones appear to be steps. So we'll say like comments before a line, explain what's going on. Comments on the line, clarify why. So we'll say above, we're going to say initialize each table element. Okay. So we've initialized the table building. And I will say for in row, we start at 1. Well, row is less than probably table rows, increment row. And then for int column, starting at 1. Well, column is less than table columns. Fucking U key fell out again. Great. I typed U a couple times. Column, increment column. And then we'll say here, we don't even need to do that. We're just gonna print the columns. Print the table. So this is for each row, this is for each column, and then we're just gonna print it, I think, right? So we're just gonna print out mult table of row, mult table of column, again, row, column, print element. And add spacing. And we'll just do tab it out, and then we'll output explain spacing after each line, after each row. 14. Oh yeah, true. Because we're going from 1 to whatever. So if it's a size of 15, then we're just ignoring the size 0. So if we have table rows is 15, and we're saying, oh, let's go actually through it then. That makes the most sense. And through it yet again, and through it yet again. Uh-oh. Hold. Wait. Nope, we can only do 15 because that 0 is taking up one of the elements. So we have to say, yes, less than, duh, because otherwise we're accessing it. Hold. This is fine, is it not? 23? No, it's not. Index 15? We don't have an index 15. We're saying less than. Hello? Am I being stupid? Let's refresh this. I swear. Let's see. Oh, good. No fucking warnings. Fuck you. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, because the 0 is taken up, which would be this row through here. And we can't just use the final index, because if it's only size 15, we can't index it at 15, yo. That would be stupid. And just what I did. 14 times 14. Cool. Valid. Nice. Okay. Works for me, I'm pleased. Prints between 1 and 9 inclusive. Well, yeah. Oh, well, you're just saying, okay, it doesn't matter. Between 1 and 9. What, you don't need to say this here? Printing a table, it starts from 1 instead of 0. Yes, because otherwise we would just have a bunch of zeros here at the top. We can't You don't see it here and here. Oop, don't want that. And Cartesians, I said this earlier, it's kind of like negative positive, except in the reverse where we're saying, hey, rows, columns. However, when we're printing, it prints this guy, and then when we increment and go down, go to this guy, go to this guy, go to this guy. Because we're printing, and then the next line we print is not above, it is below. It's just how the terminal is. You type shit, we type down. We don't start at the bottom of a fucking Word document, and then we don't start at the bottom and then scroll up to read, or scrolling down to read. So, just how it is. Good old English. Compared to reading a grid, if we had a big point up here, we would indeed read from down to up to get here. But with how we read, here's the top of the terminal. There's nothing. Oh, characters. Oh, more. Oh, more. Cool. So we have rows and columns. XY pair versus YX pair in this case. X and Y are values indicating how far to the right, right and how far above the Y. Far to the right of the X and above the Y. How far to the right above, or far to the right of X, far above Y. Far right, far above. Sometimes the Y is flipped. Yeah, no, it's fake news, bucko. Yep, we know that guy's 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Row and column. Converting from Cartesian to array. Wait, I just totally skipped this? I totally did, I think. Converting from a Cartesian to an array index. Leave the swap and reverse the Y because it's how far down, not how far positive. The X is the column and the Y is the row. Yep. 2D loops that look like anything crazy here. We have, this is the part we saw. Yep. So we have starting from Y 0 to whatever, some amount of rows we have. Standard size of, what is this? The outer loop is rows Y versus columns X. I wish this was like rows, comma. Not that. I mean, I guess you wouldn't see a space if it was divided by, but I don't know. So we're getting the size of the actual array itself, the whole object, and that tells you how many elements are in a row. Hold. No, it tells you how many rows there are. Wait, that is interesting. Yeah, that tells you how many rows there are, and then for a given, so 0, you could say, for a given row, you get how many columns there are. So if we had a C-style array that was 10, 16, that means there are 10 rows of 16 values. So we start with for each element in the row. So for 10, so for 10 rows, get a value. You print the first guy all the way to the last guy from 0 to 15, and then from 16 to 31, and then bop to bop and bop to bop, and that's how it is. KO. Okie dokus. Oh, it's quick. Time's going fast. Alrighty. Index theory is this guy. This guy? Yes, true. I saw that earlier. So the indexing is fun. And now you can re-add this guy where he needs to be. This is, oh yeah. Wait, nope, that's, well, people tell me what to actually do. So I'm gonna have to go and find that tutorial in a bit. I guess in a month I'll do the switch. I'm trying to figure out my strategy for doing stuff. And like, I want to be a good C++ programmer. And it would be cool to just fucking grind hard and just stay locked in, keep doing what I'm doing at work until I'm good here. But feel like maybe it makes sense to use the existing knowledge I have now. And sure, maybe I'm missing some of the extra stuff. I don't even think it's extra. Algorithms and data structures are important things that I don't have any experience with. Excuse me. There are other things too. I'll get an opinion from my buddy and make a decision there, because I'm trying to decide whether I responded to a comment earlier. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how far down I am. I'm fucking here. And if we put this at the top of the screen, I mean, we went from literally from the fucking top, and there's knowledge all the way from the top, all the way down to here. Oh shit, we're almost done at 17. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more chapters left. 10 more out of 17. And honestly, a lot of them are short. So I'm going to try and grind hard in September. Try and get everything I can do. And then, I don't know, like I want to get all of this done first. Just to have it all, like, so I've been exposed to them. But, I mean, I've proven at this point that I can go and take a quiz on something. Oh, and once I hit an hour and a half here, I'll do a quiz for the rest of the time, because I haven't done a quiz in a while. It was supposed to be every 3 days, and it has been really. It's just there was a big break where I was moving in and I literally had no time at all to program. Annoying. So I'll do the quiz to refresh myself on, everything. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll ask my buddy, but I'm going to just keep going, and then maybe I get to like here, and then fuck it, we continue. Because, I mean, in Unreal, I mean, I can't imagine this is all super mega relevant. Move semantics. I mean, like, oh, how does the actual movement happen when we are moving a class type that is movable? I mean, how does it exactly happen? Where does it? Well, this part too, though, smart pointers. People ask about smart pointers. Shared. Apparently, there are like multiple pointers pointing at the same thing, and the point is that you have, like maybe you have a class. I'm thinking that maybe, I mean, it's in standard, so this looks like it's a class. I'm assuming that a shared pointer might be a class, like let's just say, let's pretend it's a struct. It's a struct pair of pointers. And, well, I guess not a struct, it would be a class. And you create it with an address. And what it does is it has 2 pointers that point to whatever the address you gave it. But the point is, if one of the, well, maybe that's not safe. Maybe you have to manually update one at a time. And the point is somehow the idea initially there was that if one of them becomes null, the other one is not necessarily null. But if it became null, you would want it to be null. So, honestly, I'm not sure. Object relationships? See, I don't know how this stuff's gonna work. I mean, where are they at? There's like some algorithm. I thought there were algorithms. Maybe not. Oh. It's actually next chapter. Inheritance. Oh, here we go. See, this is probably pretty helpful. Virtual functions, probably pretty helpful too. More template stuff, because there's so many template things going on in Unreal. I didn't expect it. Exceptions. Yeah, we see thrown exceptions too, I think, in Unreal. Yeah. When I was accessing a subsystem that didn't exist, it was crashing because the game would start and the client would spawn in. Oh, maybe that's why the host wasn't having an issue. It was creating a subsystem that was valid, and we were accessing a non-null pointer, but the client was not creating the subsystem, therefore the pointer was null, so when we were accessing it, yeah, but I'm pretty sure I had conditions making sure that we wouldn't access it in that case. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. So, standard arrays. We'll start from scratch here. Our lesson discussed C-style multidimensional arrays. Yep, we had them like that. Coolio. Oh, I guess you could also do them like that. I don't really like this syntax. It just seems like extra. I mean, sure, you could say, oh, hey, this is a row, this is a row, this... Well, I didn't see that because we weren't initializing them like that. We were initializing them with a for loop itself. I wasn't going in and explicitly... Well, I did. I actually totally did put the values in like that, but... Okay, I was wrong. Avoid C-style arrays, yepo, unless we're using them as global const craziness. Multidimensional arrays work with standard array. Yeah, we have a standard array of standard arrays. There's no standard library multidimensional array class, so there's no... Well, it makes sense. I don't know why you would need a straight up class, because then what would the elements be? Would the elements be C-style arrays? Do you have a class type that is an array of C-style arrays? Well, we don't want to do C-style arrays, because then if I pass that class array indexed with one index, not two, to get that individual array. So I get the first element. Well, the first element is the 0 element, and it's an array. Well, fuck. If I pass that array, it decays now because it's a C-style array, right? So we don't want that. So now we have a class that holds standard arrays. Now we have stuff that I can call on the main array, but not on the nested arrays. Fuck that. May as well just have it be the same class, right? So a standard array of standard arrays, or a standard vector of standard vectors, for example. Standard array is implemented as a single dimensional array. Yes. Is there one? No. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me. Create a standard array where the template type is another standard array. Makes sense to me. Some interesting things. We need to use double braces, yes. And the whole point was that we could omit class name, right? Let's go back in here. Double brace. Why is it? Here it is. So we can either put in house every fucking time, or we could get into brace. Well, oh, that's why it's called brace elision. We are eliding the name, so we don't have to specify the type for each of these. Well, they're not temporaries, but these unnamed things here, these separate little arrays. We can, or well, this is an object in this case. This is a standard array of this object type house. And instead of putting house, we can let the array determine what's going on here. Well, actually, we have to pass it the info, but we can put these guys in double braces. So this ain't gonna work, yo, because we ain't got no damn double braces there. But here, an extra brace and an extra brace, say, hey, initialize this whole guy here with this, and this. These values don't line up because you're initializing. It seems like it should work. That's just how it is. You want to put an initializer every fucking time? No. Or you want to put the type every single time? No. Put an extra set of braces around it. You're golden. Fine. Artifact of the language. Fuck this language. Is what it is. It's the best. Okay. So let's get our array. What am I getting? iostream, right? To print. Try to do a little ego. Just a little. No. Nah. Alright, that's it. So, we'll create a standard array of... There's a fucking bug on my face, bro. Is it dead? There's a gnat. So annoying. There he is! Never mind. That was like a piece of... I have no idea. A booger, perhaps? Don't know. I haven't even picked my nose to put the shirt on. I don't know how it could be a booger. It can't be. Fuck. I smudged the bottom when I was trying to swipe at the bug. The Naticus. Because I left my trash for too long. Wish I could just put the trash outside, but no. Okay. Standard array of, oh yeah, and standard array needs to know the size. Well, yeah, it needs to know the size. It can't be told the type and not the size. It has to be told both. I think there's an array that you could say, oh yeah, you could say standard to array, or we could do standard array and pass, well, yeah, you could do standard to array, but that's fine. So we're gonna make a standard array of standard arrays. And the standard array on the inside's type is, we'll just say int, and maybe we don't. Well, we do actually because it's not initialized. So we'll say a standard array of type int, and sure, fine, there are 5 of them. And then here, how many standard arrays are there? We'll say 5 of those as well. And we're gonna call them grid. And that's it. We could 0 initialize them, and then we could say for const auto reference for each standard array element in this guy. We'll have a nested loop here, hopefully. We'll say, what do we even want to do? Oh, we'll just do value. So it's for each element called, or for each row, right? So each row is a standard array. Or well, really each element in this whole thing, but sure, it's hard to say. Yeah, each row is a standard array of elements, I guess, right? This is a standard array, so it's separate elements, and each one of these is a standard array. How do we even conceptualize this? It's like, I mean, the general idea, I'm pretty sure this will just work. We'll just call it outer. For each outer array in grid, for each const auto reference inner in outer, wait, output inner. Wait, hold. Wait. Right, because grid is the whole thing, outer is one array, and inner is each value in this array, which should be the actual value. So we should be able to actually print. We don't have a second error here, so we're good. Cool. And this should be commented. I'm gonna redo this because I haven't commented because I'm a fucking retard. That's how it is. So we'll say print array for const auto reference inner in grid for each row or each outer array, we'll say. And then for const auto reference, this should be outer. For each inner in outer. For each inner array, or each inner value for each, it's like for each outer value in array, for each inner value of the outer, well, yeah, sure. For each inner value, or actually this will just say each individual value in outer array. Individual standard array. Individual outer standard array. Okay, and we'll output inner, and we'll add spacing between values, and we'll do add spacing between lines, or rather between rows. Oh, forgot he is 0 initialized, so Excuse me. Let's practice initializing him, huh? Excuse me. Why did it do that? If we do this, and I put in this. Oh, okay. So I do have to manually type him, maybe, or maybe I can get by it by taking away the colon first. I can. All right. So we'll do this, and we're gonna do a double nested. That's fucking disgusting. Why is it doing that? And then we'll do. Right. So for each value, the first array, and then the second, y. Oh god, this is cursed. Alright, well how many are there? 5 of each? Oh, fantastic. Sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck? What is the spacing? Whoops. Bop. There he is. And if we go bop bop, uh-oh, womp womp. You gotta put in your explicit, guys. Which you could. Hold. Oh my god. Oh, but it does have an initializer, so you don't have to do it each time. I was gonna say you have to do int 5, but no you don't, because this is type deduction here, so we're good. You fucking me? Could do it this way too, which is fucking cursed. Anything else we could do? Oh, we could also pass this now. We could pass it of different sizes, right? So couldn't we do a template? We always want standard arrays, but we could have variable size, right? So we could say int x and y. Do these need to be unsigned? I think they might. We might have to do... Fuck. Don't we? I guess not, because 5's a constant, huh? But, well, yeah, and they're received as constants, so this is fine, because these have to be compile time values, so it's okay. And then we'll do void print array, sure, and it's a standard array of some standard array type of whatever, int value x, or we could say, rather, inner size and outer size. Did I press insert? Oh, fuck. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm good. So we'll do inner size. These should be capitalized for good old camel case. Oh my, itching. Shouldn't do that apparently. Doctors say don't itch the straight front of your eye. Itch the top. It worked. It's not itching anymore. That's cope. So we'll do inner size, and then we'll do this guy of outer size, because that's how many outer values there are, and we'll call him grid. Why is it bitching? Okay, we're good. Fucking IntelliSense, bro, hurry up. And then let's just, I mean, it's called grid, right? So we could say this guy's grid, he's initialized, whatever, and we'll take the logic here, and this is cool, and we're gonna print the array, and we're gonna do print array grid, and in this case we're just going to be calling him array and array. Bop, bippity boppity, huh? We get to close this guy. Hey, we have a multi-dimensional array. Standard array of standard arrays. Create that mofo. Why does it? Oh, I don't like that it's hiding this little piece. I almost wish we could do... Nope, can't even do that. It hides everything underneath it. Oh, great. Okie doke. We're done with that. It's fine. 47, I'm guessing. Oh, 54. Time flies when you're having fun, yo. When you're learning. What should I do? Let's do 20 sissy squats really quick. Because I didn't do enough at work, and I should try and take care of my health. Right? I mean, I'm not like crazy unhealthy, right? Oh, I can do that. That's kind of sick. Right? I mean, and you can see what I'm able to do now. So let's do the crazy form so you can see it, right? Fuck. This is gonna be bad. need a little more foot space. Oh, my body's twisting too much. I think I just need more foot space. Ground is interesting. Here. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, we'll do 60 squats. I don't like how the ground smells. It's a little cleany smelling. Okay. Fuck. Do 18 more, sure. Need to be even more further back. Oh, losing balance. Oh, that's tough. I'm probably gonna sweat. It's cramping back there a little. Lean back further. It's just really hard and I'm a wimp. Fuck. Ooh. Okay. That's it for now. Pause. That's good. It might have only been 10, but I'll do another 10 in the quiz. Two-dimensional standard array. The canonical, I guess the normal way of doing it is with the template type. Yeah, I mean, the type that is initializing the type parameter of the standard array is whatever this is. So isn't a standard array, I guess it is its own unique object, right? That's the whole point. So you can pass it via ref. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. Here. This is the solution. I wasn't passing it via reference, so we were copying a 25 fucking element array. Retard. Stupid. Okay. So, the point is that it contains a C-style array, but I think it maybe manipulates it in a specific way. Maybe not, and maybe a safer way. I'm not sure. But main thing is that we can pass it without it decaying. Just like having a struct, and you make it a class. Well, yeah, sure, fuck it. Make it a class template struct, and put something in there called array. An array is a C-style of some type, but you don't know what type. And in the template type argument, or in the template clause, you put in type name t. T is specified. Boom, and then you also put in the size. So you say, like, right? Isn't this effectively how standard array would be implemented? Well, we don't even need main here, but whatever, just to make the linker or the compiler happy. We'll do template type name t, size s. Fuck off. I really don't like size s. We're gonna do int size. That was fucking stupid. Size is not a type. Fucking dummy. Excuse me. Alright. Oh, why am I doing this? This is not, I need a class, yo. So we're gonna do struct array, and it's going to be, it's going to have it's a t something, and it's called t data, or we could say t array, the array holds the array or array values of type size, and boom. And it's an aggregate, so we could include iStream. We could teach the operator how to output it, right? So we could do hello, please. Wait, what? What are you bitching about? Oh, what am I doing? You can't do this here. Yes, you can. What do we want to teach the array to do? Because we can print the array at a certain index, right? So we can already print it at a certain index. So if we created an array of, let's call it array X, and it holds an array. Oh, the initializing part here might be interesting. If we did 1, 2, 3, it's not happy, right? It would need, doesn't it need? Fuck, I don't know if it needs the type in it or not. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Nice. So, and then what if? Oh, here it comes. Yeah, it's not happy because it is one array of elements. So I can't give it separate arrays of elements. In this case, this is just an array. And the point here is that we could do standard character output X dot values. And which value do we want to get? Let's get value 0, huh? And we're going to get 1. Or we could say void print array, and we'll take an array called array, and I think it needs some fun stuff. Type name T, sure, and we'll say, oh, do we have to fucking do both? Oh, fuck off. Fine size, size, okay. We could say, we could make an alias though. Right, couldn't we do the alias right here? And then just use it once without having to have another clause? Maybe. What if we said, I think, don't we need template type name T in size? And then we say using array 1D, or what, array 1D as array T size. Fuck yes, motherfucker. Let's go. And now, can I omit this and just put in array 1D? Fuck you. Still no, huh? Still always needed in the functions. Fuck. Okay, whatever it is, what it is. Alright, we print array, and this needs to be a reference dummy. And we'll just do for const auto reference element in the array, output the element, and add spacing, print each element, add spacing between elements, and add spacing between, actually, yeah. Wait, hold. Oh wait, there's no, well, we could do that. Nah, it's fine. We'll just print them all like that. In this case, it'll just be 1, 2, 3. Then print array, or X, bop, and hold. What's happening here? Does it need a specific, does it need this? Int. So what if we said it's an array of int in size 3? Really? Now it's happy? No, it's not. What are you bitching about to me, huh? Begin and end, huh? Line 13 is the issue. So it's, oh. Are you sure though? If I passed the entire array, via reference, and now you have a C-style array in here. Oh, I was doing this wrong. For each in array values. Boom. Because array is not an array. The array is just a wrapper for a C-style array. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Okay. Oh, and maybe even cooler. There's no point in teaching IOStream what's up. That's fine. Basically just be calling that function anyways. You just put it so that you could do standard character output, do this, and then add an inline at the end. Two-dimensional. Interesting things. Surely. We need to use double braces. It can be annoying, sure. Here it goes. We're gonna do the fucking class template, you bitch. I want an array with 3. And the whole point here is we still have to pass into the function the fucking type and the number. Oh my god. It's just that we're telling it, the class template, to use this word so that we don't have to put crazy stuff here. We still have to put the fucking stuff on the top. We can substitute for here to make this guy nice, but we still have to put type and T and this, even though you don't even fucking see that in this guy. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, what? And you still have to put it inside too. Really? How much better is this? Bro, it's shit. It's shit. You may as well just say what you're using. I mean, maybe not. If I'm new to programming and I'm looking at this and I'm saying, what in the fuck is happening here, bro? What is this syntax? What is this? I don't know what this means. I don't know. I mean, this is types. What is happening here? But then nested, this, wouldn't, oh my fucking lord. There's this guy for him. But then it's all under this. Oh, what is going on here? So maybe you just put 1. But now you have to put in fucking, oh, what type of array is it? Oh, it's of a fucking standard template. It's of a standard array. Oh, great. Or of integer, I guess, huh? Because they're saying it's a standard array of type integer, column, and row. So this is how many outers, this is how many inners, and this is the type of the element that's down at the core level. Fuck off. Okay. Let's go back up to where we were. We were way further up. Okay. The syntax here for most are hard to read. And templates get nested. We want an array of 3 rows with 4 elements. So this is now 4 and 3. Bro, it's fine. It's 4 elements in a 3. So we're saying we have 3 arrays, each with an array of 4 elements. 3 arrays, each with 4 elements. This is fine. Instead of it being 1 and next to the other, it's 1 inside the other. This is fine. This is just like, pretend this is parentheses instead. It would be okay with me, bucko. Alright. Oh my god, tomorrow's basically the weekend. It's Thursday. Fuck yes. Indexing a 2-dimensional standard array works like indexing a 2-dimensional C style. Yes. So, specifically say, wait, hold. Oh yeah, forget that that's a thing. Wait, the indexing is fine, and it's because standard array is the wrapper. And I guess there's an overload, so that when we do standard array, and it sees that, hey, you're using the brackets, oh, by the way, you're getting the data of it. Or maybe it's just I think maybe it's that a standard array gets implicitly converted to a C style. But I don't think so, though, because when you pass it as an argument, it doesn't convert to a pointer to the first element in the C style. It passes by value and copies the fucking array. So I guess that's not right. So maybe it is just operator overloading, but I don't think so. We can also pass it just like a one-dimensional, huh? Meaning that we can pass it to a function. Oh god, I don't want to do it. Yes, I do. It's fine. Quit being a bitch. Include array so that we can use the cursed array. Include IOStream because we need to print some shit. And I'm going to create a little array. It'll be 2 by 2. I'm going to create a standard array of integer and 2. And there are 2 of these guys, and it's called grid, and it's initialized with fuck, it's on my shoulder. Sneeze is on my shoulder. I put my hand up my pant leg to wipe it off because I happen to sneeze over my shoulder to get the shit on the floor where it belongs, not on me and not in the air. Just get to the floor. It's where it's got to go. I didn't take my fucking allergy pill. I'm cooked now. Of course, it doesn't kick in till now. Okay, we need some double break. Bro, why? Why are you doing that? Why is that happening? I'm bracing within bracing. Are you gonna do? Oh my fucking god! Why is the second brace doing this every time? Whenever would I have a brace here, and I want the next one to end here without resolving the rest of the braces? You fucking idiot! Jesus! Oh, wait. I can't. Or what if we do this and we wait? Fuck. I was hoping. Okay. And so we have this. Okay, so it does need to have its own initial 1 and 2. There it is. What if we did 1, 2, 1, 2? I think it's just going to value initialize the other. I don't think it's taking them all like that. Or will it error right now? Oh, it is. Oh, it's actually okay. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2? I kind of like that better. I don't want to do extra braces. It's fucking irritating. Yeah, isn't that fine? And then what if we do template type name T for the type that we are using, and standard, excuse me, and hence int inner size, int outer size perhaps, and then we do void print array, and it's a standard array of type T and inner size and outer size. And we call it array. Boom. And this needs to be a reference, so I'm going to do all of that again to get the reps in. Passing a standard array of standard arrays. Each has a type of T and has an inner size, and there's an outer size of however many inner standard arrays there are. And it's by reference, and it's called grid. No, it's not. It's called array. I love living near an airport. It's good. I love living near trains, but now I get to live near an airport, so we're good. And now What are we doing here? We're printing, dumbass. Let's go. For const autoreference outer in the array. For each outer element, each outer array, for each inner element, constant autoreference inner of the outer array, each element of the outer array, for each element, or each element of each outer array. Because that's an element too. And in this case, all we're going to do is standard character output, inner, sure, we'll space, add spacing, spacing between elements, spacing between outer array, oh, we'll just say rows. Print array grid bop 1 2 and 2. Oh wait, that is in the wrong fucking spot, buddy. I got my nesting wrong. Hello, buddy? What's happening here? Oh, I did accidentally kill that semicolon. Boom. This is nice. I like array 1, array 2. But sure, maybe you want some stupid shit. Oh, that's disgusting. You could do that. It's kind of gross though. You could do this too. Hello? Who the fuck backspaced? That's just irritating. That's not too bad. It's actually kind of good. What if we did that? It's actually kind of okay. Wait, that's actually good. That's it. That's the strat. That's the meta. Here it is. We'll do it again. A standard array of standard arrays. Each int and 2 of them. 2 standard arrays. It's called grid. And there we're double bracing it up. And we have 1 and 2 in one array. And then 3 and 4 in the next array. Boom, boom. Easy peasy. I'll take it. Anything else? Passing by reference are cool. Let's do a template action. Type name t, int inner size, int outer size. I really don't like this, but whatever. So instead of typing this crazy shit, maybe it's a little bit better this way. And instead of doing this too, we only have to pass one thing now. Well, we are only passing one thing, but we can maybe do it a little better. It's like instead of having this nested type shit that we have to do, but it's only printed once, so it's not that bad. It's like, but if you change the function around, maybe it makes more sense. Ugh, I don't know. I don't really buy these whole template, what do we call them? Template? A template, what do we call it? An alias template. So we're going to be using, what are we using? What are we calling it? We'll call it an array of values. Say there are arrays and each of them has separate values. So is it an array 2D? I don't think it's an array 2D, is it? I guess it is, huh? Because it has one value there. So I mean, Could we print the whole thing contiguously? Let's just comment this out for a sec. And then I'm going to comment this out as well. Can I uncomment it after? Oh, good. Thank you. Oh, good. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Okay. All right, so we'll do that for now. What if we did instead const autoreference for array? Well, we'll say outer in array. Or we could say, what if we just said, yeah, for each element in array, I guess we would have to do each because, well, actually, I don't know. No, we can't just, I wanted to see if I could do one loop to loop through the entire array, but I guess we can't, right? Because we have to loop through one standard array, and that only gets those arrays, and then we have to go through each one of those. Sure, I could have some operator overloading so that when I print a standard array, it prints the elements inside it. Would that be recursive here? If we call it here, and the element inside it is a standard array. Interesting. I guess it could be recursive, huh? Like if we did, yeah, and then you could do it in one. So for each element in the standard array, and actually we would just output this array, right? Now that is interesting. But then you could just do standard character output for the array. There's not even a point of doing anything else. It would be the same as having standard character output, just calling this. So I wouldn't want to do that. So, all right, we'll just undo all this shit. And then we'll say using. Is it an array 2D? I guess. I guess it is. There's 0, 0. There's 1, 0. And then there's, there's 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? What if we did grid 1, 1, hold. So it is that. Okay, it's correct. And then if we did 0, that's 2, right? Yes. Good. All right, and so now we'll say using array 2D, I guess we have a 2D array. The point is it's arrays of arrays, but it's not 2D as in there's one value at the point because there's only, well, I guess it depends. You could have a graph where you have like height and weight, and then you're plotting, well, I mean, normally you look at the height and the weight, and then boom, you look at where it is. There's not like an actual value there. But sure, I guess it's a 2D array. There's a value, and you get to it by indexing 2 points. And the value is independent from these two, which would be interesting. So we could say sure, array 2D of type well, using array 2D as standard array of type T with an inner size and an outer size. Right? So now we don't have to put in anything else in here. We just say array 2D, but we still have to bring this. We have to bring this with them. The point here is we're saying instead of this guy, we can just do this guy, array 2D. and give it some shit. And we don't need to know the order. We don't need to see why the fuck is there all this spacing? I didn't put that there. A standard array of a standard array with some number of them. And the inner size standard array has some number of a t. But now we could just put in instead array2d. Boom. And we put in t, inner size, outer size, and that's it. We don't have to worry about the order. Never fucking mind. I'm retarded, I guess. I don't know. GG. It's over. Kill me. Oh wait, why the fuck is there a standard array part here? What the fuck am I doing, bro? What am I doing? What am I doing? It's over. What am I doing? Why did I not delete everything? Why is it still there? I just didn't delete the whole thing. It's just such a damn long name. I give up. Is the point here that this needs to be an array 2D? Oh, wait, what? What if we said array 2D of type int 2. What are you bitching about? Hmm? Oh my fucking god. Wait, what? I don't understand why this isn't working right now. That's the function template and it doesn't have any instance, huh? It takes an array 2D. Have a template before it. So it's taking a t, taking an inner size, and it's taking an outer size. And it's by reference and it's called array. What the fuck is happening here? Do not tell me. Wait, huh? Still same issue. Why? Oh. Still no? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking dumb. I'm so dumb, bro. I was missing a bracket. I cannot. But now this can go back to its roots. Because this is all just a dream. It's all just an alias. It's all good because it sees an array 2D here and it expands to be this mamma jamma. Bop. Also, all that works so I don't have to type it one time. Death. Alright, we'll continue later.